It's DXB today, bit of a Dubai Fitness Challenge special for you this Monday evening to get you started in some style and to provide a little bit of motivation. So to help you get motivated, we're now joined by the longevity and aesthetic physician, Dr. Jenna Burton. Jenna, really appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we've been talking mindsets, we've been talking programs. Let's talk habits and getting into those good. What's the biggest? Why do? We'll ask the question a little earlier on. Why do so many fitness programs fail?
Yeah.
Again, what's your sort of take on what the common mistakes that we make?
I think we just go too hard too quickly.
Right.
So it's really common. People get into fitness. You've all seen it. People do really well. They lose loads of weight. They feel good, but they do it every single day, and they've gone from doing nothing to lots in a very short amount of time. Now, there's an injury risk associated with that. They might get some repetitive strain, their tendons, their ligaments. They're not used to doing that much movement straight away off the bat. And it ceases to be unsustainable. So if you can try and write movement into a sustainable habit that you do so many times a week, you mentioned about doing it with communities and with people around you, then it's much more likely to succeed. So it's about introducing it slowly, but very surely.
Yeah, sure.
We are definitely, from a longevity perspective, in an exciting time. You know, we are able to do all kinds of cool things, peptides and stem cells and all the various treatments we have. I get concerned about that a little bit sometimes because I feel like the human tendency to be attracted to shortcuts gets in the way. And so I'm curious, as people say come to you for like longevity hacks, for what can I do to feel better, how important do you feel like the fundamental lifestyle things they're doing is before they do those things?
Eric, you are speaking my language. So I always say to people, you cannot peptide your way out of a bad lifestyle. So they are the cherry on the cake. The fundamentals are the nutrition, the sleep, the healthy habits day to day. Movement is very much a part of that. So absolutely, I love peptides. I love stem cells where they're appropriate, supplements, etc. all have their place. However, if you haven't got the fundamentals in place, don't think they're going to work for you.
I think of it this way often. We have invented the most phenomenal running shoes, running surfaces, sports psychology, supplementation, nutrition science, and in the last 100 years, the 100-meter dash, we've definitely, we've really improved that. Like, we've shaved less than a second off it, and it's the fundamentals that got that speed. Even with all these incredible technological advancements, we've only changed it by that much. But that said, let's say somebody gets their diet right, they're moving and so on. What are some of the more exciting things that you see coming along in terms of longevity and, let's say, health span? I don't think it's about living longer, it's about living better, I suppose.
Absolutely. It's about being functional for as long as possible. But what you're talking about is that 1%. So I love looking at improving athletic performance with the use of functional health with longevity medicine. But really, that's for such a small percentage of the population. If I think about the type of patients that I have day to day, they're Joe Blogs on the street, they've got full-time jobs, they've got children, they just kind of want to feel a little bit better. And for me, it might sound a bit boring, but that's the most exciting type of client because you're giving them back their energy. How many people say that they're tired day to day? How many people have said it today, just this morning? Oh, I feel exhausted. If you can actually make a change for somebody so that they feel, okay, I'm ready to take on life, I'm ready to move, I want to get up in the morning and achieve as much as possible, that for me is the most rewarding. That 1% that are looking to improve their athletic performance, it's such a small amount of the population. We're looking at athletic professionals. And I often say to people, I'm not an athlete, I don't train like an athlete. We want to train to live a full, healthy lifestyle for as long as possible.
Jenna, one thing I have to ask you is the difference between a man training and a woman training. Because my partner has this get up and go every single day, and he's like, come on, why can't you do it every single day? And I'm like, your cycle is very different to my cycle. And so talk me through that, because as women, it's a very different approach to fitness and sustaining that habit as well.
It is, but I'm going to say something relatively controversial.
Come on.
I do think that we've now fixated so much on the fact that men and women are different and we should do different things at different times, and there is definitely an element of that. However, I think sometimes it can become an excuse. Ultimately, we all should be trying to lift heavy. That doesn't mean someone should just go out and start lifting like 100 kg deadlift off the bat. It means you've got to, build up, work slowly, have higher reps and then bring it down, etc. with somebody that's educated and teaching you how to do it properly. but it doesn't mean that we should be training too differently either. We should be training with power, we should be trying to lift heavy weights, we should be trying to keep our mobility going, etc. So yeah, there are trainers and they focus entirely on kind of coordinating your movement with your cycle. And if you are someone that suffers a lot with premenstrual syndrome, you do get a lot of symptoms because of the time of the month, then seek one of those trainers. But for the majority of us, actually, it doesn't change too much, and we can't use that as a way to just get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, since you spoke about it earlier as well, that if someone just wanted to train, they would go all in, training every single day. That is not very sustainable. So what are some of the tips that you can give someone that is starting right now, wanting to start their fitness journey, maybe just to feel better about themselves? What would you tell them?
I always say, just get to wherever it is you need to be. So if you want to train at the gym, say you've got a community there, you've got a nice local gym, just go there. So day one, you're not planning on doing anything, you're just going to go. You might have some stretches planned, but the habit of putting your trainers on and getting there is actually majority of the battle. So you don't have to think about doing anything else. That's day one. Day two, you might think, I'm going to go, maybe I'm just going to walk on the treadmill today. So you get there and you're doing something really small. And the idea is not to build it up to be such a big thing that you don't want to go. And then as time goes on, day by day, you add something in, but it's not every day.
Yeah.
It's as many days as you know your schedule, your lifestyle will allow. So for some people, I mean, I'm a prime example, I've got 3 young children, single mum, work full time. I exercise snack. So I might just do half an hour, 40 minutes for most days.
Yeah.
But for other people, they know they can write in 3 days a week quite comfortably at an hour, hour and a half, whatever it may be. So think about your schedule, work out what's realistically going to be possible for you, and then don't overwhelm your brain.
Yeah.
I'm curious about behavior change all the time, and as a doctor, you run into clients that are coming to you looking for an immediate solution. So here's my question. At WildFit, we've had countless type 2 diabetes reversals and weight loss that people thought couldn't be achieved and so on. And so what do you do? So I guess what I'm saying is we know that this stuff can be handled from a lifestyle perspective, but we also know that the consumers have been conditioned to go find a pill. They've been conditioned to find a shortcut. What do you do as a doctor when somebody comes in and says, hey, I have type 2, what can we do about this? You know lifestyle can change it. You know they want the pill. How do you handle that?
So medicine's changed. We used to be the ones that could tell people, right, this is what you do, go ahead and do it. It doesn't work like that anymore. So I educate people and I give them options. So it might be quite as simple to say, look, you've got 2 doors you can go down. You take that pill, fine. Here are the consequences, here are the side effects. Perhaps we look at doing the pill for a short time, but then to be honest, it then allows, again, excuse behaviour of, oh, well, now I'm taking my metformin, maybe have some extra sugar at dinner, etc. Or you give people the option of, look, this is the long-term goal, and this is where we want to be. This is how we're going to avoid going to the hospital. This is how we're going to avoid regular checkups with an endocrinologist or whoever it may be. I believe you should do this for this reason, but ultimately you have to give somebody the power of choice. So as medics now, we are educators, and then it's up to the individual person. I always say to people, if you choose to smoke, that's up to you, but as long as you're aware of the risks and the side effects that come with smoking, who am I to make that decision for you?
Yeah.
Just one final one for you both as well, and this might have something to do with Tom and everything that he gets around. Fun. Talk to me about fun as well, whether from a nutritional, from a fitness point of view. When the fun goes out of it, obviously you're not going to be achieving the goals that you're looking to achieve, is that right?
Yeah, I very much agree, and it's true with food and it's true with exercise. So with food, one of the problems is that we've been taught that this brand is fun, and that this is where we celebrate when we won the game. This is where we commiserate when we lost the game. This is what we do for our birthdays. In fact, there's one particular holiday that people can't enjoy without chocolate. And as I recall the way that holiday was originally written, there was no chocolate. So we've all been conditioned that these things are fun. And so when somebody first begins to make a change, they feel like they're giving up all their fun. What needs to happen with good education is that they are then taught there are other fun ways to do that. And family cooking and that kind of stuff can really help, like involve the kids in the process and so on, and learn to create new fun anchors. And the same with exercise. I mean, you play tennis, right? Like, I can tell you that when I'm playing sports, I'm not exercising, but I'm getting a lot of good exercise.
Jenna, bit of fun?
I have 2 takes on that. One, we don't have enough fun in life generally. And I always say every day, allocate some time for joy and some fun. A selfish hour, it doesn't matter what it is, enjoy life, life's too short. And then number 2, with regards to fitness, My words to my patients are twice a week, check in with every single body part for muscle. The rest is free. Just enjoy it. As long as you're doing something, it's better than nothing.
I love that. Well, Jenna, I want to thank you so much for being with us here today, and hopefully we'll have you back very, very soon. So
Thank you for having me.